It's C-Doc again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Tuesday night somewhere. Unless you're watching this on the replay. Then who knows what night it is. But anyway, C-Doc again. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. And I can't do this alone. Got to bring the squad in. So joining me tonight, he is one of the creators and hosts of a fantastic podcast, People's Distinctive Travels. Hailing from New Jerusalem, ladies and gentlemen, Ultra Mag 7.
What's up, Doc?
What's up, sir?
I'm trying. There's something flying around here that I'm trying to get. So if you see me going like this, something flying.
Gnat attack.
Something flying around. Yeah. Damn bananas to do it every time.
Every time, man. Every time.
Every time.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's JOJ in the comments.
Hey, Jennifer, what's happening?
It's weird having you on the other side of the screen there, Jenny.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, what's good with you? What you been working on this past week? Anything interesting?
Just a couple videos. I didn't put out anything today. Maybe when we get off here, I'll put some up.
Oh, okay.
But couple videos, and then I gotta research some stuff some people want me to do. But some videos.
Yeah, that's good.
You know how I do it.
I know. You're a man of action. You are a man of constant action.
I caught Mr. Chuck D snooping around my page today.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. The hard rhymer lurking. So.
Yes.
Also joining us tonight, he is the president of Rap Station, the man behind Hip Hop Gods Radio, coming from the Northwest Side. Ladies and gentlemen, Flatline.
Hey, yo!
There he goes. Flat Lizzle.
Repping Black
He's got
Medine.
his Black Medine shirt on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Had to do it.
And Al J in the comments.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Oh, snap.
There you go.
What up?
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah.
Here we
Flatline. Flatline. Okay. While we're waiting for one of our guests to come back,
Sure.
You have had a pretty impressive week.
I want to hear all about this.
Yes. Yeah. Can you give us a quick recap?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick recap. Yo-Yo came into town for a Black College Expo event, and I met up with her. And in meeting up with her, she was like, "You should really come to LA for this 50th anniversary hip hop Grammys thing that they're taping." And I was like, "I don't know." And yeah, sure enough, I went. I went down Wednesday morning. Went to the show Wednesday night, came back Thursday, but I mean the lineup, which I wanted to pull up here. Well, actually, I don't even need the lineup. I'll just tell you some highlights for me, if you'd like to know some highlights. The Native Tongues set was phenomenal. I mean, I can't even put into words the energy from that set. It is like unlike anything I've ever seen.
Wow!
And when you guys see it on the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, It is bananas. It's all set up so they're in basically like a classroom with desks, all the different artists. I don't want to it was obviously listed, but I don't want to say who was all there. But they're all so into it. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. That was great. They did like the ladies' first set to kick off the show, so everybody was there representing, and it was great. I didn't know that Chuck and Flav were performing. I thought they were coming out as presenters, and all of a sudden they're just, they're doing their thing, and it was like, Oh my god! And they were backed by Questlove on the turntables, which was pretty amazing. And then of course Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince closing out the show.
Wow.
Was really amazing. I mean, I'd never seen them live. They did like four tracks, I think. Damn you! Don't make me get out of the chair.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, and the West Coast set as well. The West Coast set was incredible. That was really amazing because they brought out again everybody.
And that was what Yo-Yo was a part of?
Yo-Yo was a part of that. She wasn't a part of the ladies' first set in the beginning. Okay. I was like, where's Yo-Yo? But then I figured, yeah, she's involved with the West Coast set. Lady of Rage was also in the West Coast set, which is really dope. Really dope.
Wow.
And the crowd, the energy, it was nuts, and it was a tightly run ship, and that's going to be a great show when that airs. I think it's December 10th, 9th or 10th, somewhere in there.
Yep.
On CBS and Paramount Plus. So there you go.
Nice.
Oh, and then I went and saw Sir Mix-a-Lot when I got home like 3 days later. Went and saw Sir Mix-a-Lot get inducted for. I'd have to pull that up because that I cannot remember.
He was inducted for something.
This guy's been everywhere.
I know.
It was for the 2020 or 2023 Hometown Hero Award at the Mopop Museum, and they had a huge video screen with stuff happening, and then they presented him with the award, and he spoke, and yeah, man, I mean, it was great. So it was like a week of just nonstop madness, and I was just exhausted by the end of it. I mean, I was exhausted in the middle of it. Right. By the end of it, I was like just dead. But it was a great time. I'm glad that I went, and yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it was funny. You sent me pictures.
Yeah. From
the Grammy thing, and then I went online, and a guy I went to high school with, he was there too.
Oh, really?
Wow. I was like, oh wow, okay. I mean, somebody I haven't seen in 30 years. And he was there. I was like, yo, okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it was weird too, because back in the day, he wasn't even into hip hop. He was into heavy metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like that he was posting that, I was like, huh, okay.
And what happened to metal?
Right. There you go. But yeah. Fantastic stuff, man.
Yeah, it was great. It's really, really cool. Yeah.
So speaking of legends and OGs, we got a couple in the house tonight. One of whom is a friend of the show, friend of the label. He's been here a couple of times. We're talking about Antlive of MF911, and he brought along somebody he's been playing with, doing music with, and doing shows with. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Antlive and Edo G.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Yeah. Peace. What's going on?
Peace, everyone. Peace, everyone. How's everybody doing?
What's happening, fellas? Good. Good.
All good.
I'm doing all the technical stuff, so bear with me. Okay. All right, gents. Thank you for being here tonight. And yeah, so I like to start with what you got going on. And Ann, I know what you got going on, so we'll let Ed go first, but because
this
there it is,
the new album. Let me go that way. I can see it a little bit. Yeah, it's a new album. We Do Good. Just came out today. You know, you can stream it. I encourage you to download it and stream it. Or if you're a vinyl head or cassette head, you know, we got those too.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And
Ant, you got the new project too?
Yeah, I'm dropping my new project tomorrow. It's called Noah's Ark. Actually, I started working on it about 2 years ago and just completed it. So, you know, you're going to be able to stream it. We're going to be doing vinyl sets actually when the official vinyl release is next week. So, you know, hopefully we'll get enough vinyl out for everybody to have. But yeah, we're dropping that today, and it's produced by my man Cream of Beats.
Got to shout out Cream of Beats for his excellent work on their Spit Slam album, God Hour.
Yeah, great
album. No doubt.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Favorite of mine.
Yep.
So
thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So we just coming back with the follow up.
Yeah. And you guys have been touring lately together.
Yeah, I would say from the past couple years. Ed.
Yeah. Over the past couple of years, last year we did some stuff together. That was really dope. And I mean, but me and Ant, we've been linked in for some years before that. So
yeah, yep.
Yeah, I was what made this album, my album Noah's Ark, so special is because when I started working on this project 2 years ago, uh, Ed and I really had just really jumped in there and started really doing some shows together. And when we went over to London, we one of our shows there, we played in High Wycombe. We actually shot a video in Brixton, England. So we shot that almost 2 years ago, and it was I was ready to come back home and drop it and everything. So we had a little hiccup losing my son, but I guess I'm saying all that to say is that my son's son, my grandson Noah, kind of remotivated me to work on that project and complete it with Ed's genius, his support, because he's on the lead single, which is Brixton. So the album has a lot of meaning to me in more than one days, and then in one way. And then what's special also is Ed. He's dropping his project. It just ironically we dropping at the same time.
Yeah.
So that means a lot. That means a lot. Yeah.
no doubt.
And what was the genesis of this album, of the new album?
Yeah, the new album, man. It was it was I'd say I started actually probably working on it like maybe 2019.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So like 2 of the songs are from 2019 on this new record. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna be able to tell. I'm not gonna tell you what songs. When you hear it, you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, because you ain't gonna be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? Because good shit, it has no time limit on it.
That's
we
right.
all know that.
Facts.
If you make
Facts.
something dope, if nobody ain't heard it, it's new. You know what I'm saying? You the only one that know. So I started working on it then, and COVID hit. Obviously, we had a year of downtime. When that came through, we jumped into the VR space. Me and my man, shout out to my man Focus, we did a whole bunch of stuff in the VR space during COVID. Introduced us to a whole new world of hip hop in VR, and we got there's an Instagram Hip Hop in VR. Y'all can check that out too. So we did a lot of stuff in that space during that time. In 2021, I dropped a project with my man Insight. It's called Edo G and Insight Innovates. We couldn't really tour it because it was fresh out of COVID. So it's a project that, super dope project. And, came back with this, We Do Good. And if you read between the lines, it spells out Edo G. I always want to, have something that make you think. And the songs, I started producing again. So I produced 6 of the 11 songs on the album. I got my man Geronimo X from Cali. I got a couple of producers from Europe, my man Kemp, and my man Mickey Torch, and and I got my man Kurt Gazelle from JVC Force.
Wow.
Kurt is so super duper ill, yo. We got some joints together. That's my
Dope.
bro. So he gave me like something really crazy. And that's pretty much it, man. And it's just a solid album. I got Greg Nice on there, my man King Magnetic, and a few. And my man Tone Spliff produced the joint as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just some hip hop, just that boom bap. That's why I fuck with Ed. That BoomBapKings shit.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, shit. Like minds think alike. I reflecting on some of the work that we created is, me on this project, me and Ed, I think we had recorded like 3 songs, 2 or 3 songs. And I think I got one on this project, one going on the next project, which is a spit slam. So I was able to get 2 energies from Ed for this project. So I'm really standing behind this one because it just has a super ultra meaning. I didn't get into the deepness as Ed does. He make you think he got all the acronyms
Listen,
in
I'm
the
sorry,
word.
man. I'm sorry.
Shit.
But
You fucked me up with
listen,
that one.
I'm
Jeez.
sorry, man. I'm
Geez,
sorry, man. Look,
I was trying to think of some
I'll
shit
see.
fast, but I just couldn't.
You see, right?
I'm saying,
That's dope.
Look,
That's
listen,
dope.
the last album was named Freedom. And if you look at Freedom, it spells Edo.
Right.
Yep.
So that's where it started. You know what I'm saying?
wow.
So I just said, oh, I'm gonna just keep this going. I'm going. I got a whole bunch more already.
Right.
I got 100 more titles, bro.
You could tell that guy's from the. You could tell he's from the core of hip hop. Okay.
Word up, word up.
Yeah.
The core East Coast hip hop, because everything has, you get into the culture, everything has its significance, man. There's a role and there's a place for everything within the hip hop culture, and if you are able to tie everything together, that's what makes a project, worth the price to pay for, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you being able to bring all that energy. And I just think with this project Noah's Art, I was able to bring in all the different energies, having Raz Cass and Chuck on the project, and Bishop Lamont, and my man Rock Z and Execute. So I had my Detroit favorites, Max and True Story. I had Detroit, and then I had the world with me. So so it was like this album is like almost like a Detroit verse everybody. You know what I'm saying? And just in my little element, I was thinking about all the different types of hip hop, and even when we go into the genre of boom bap, you have your different subject matter. You got your guys, you got a lot of the guys on the West Coast, they can do that, that gang rap, but they can do it on boom bap beats. And then you got, you got guys who are certified metaphor lyricists and metaphors and similes, right? And then you got guys who more or less tell the stories. They just tell you a story, tell you what they're seeing and what you're going through. So I think that's the category of boom bap that I would be in, is more or less trying to tell you a story and to inspire you. And I just think that's what this boom bap project, Noah's Ark, encompasses. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where I'm going to be able to reach people in a different energy, because like I said, it was really calculated. I took my time with it, and it was meaningful. So yeah, I mean, we got some things in the work, got some irons in the fire, and I just think that's the great thing. As I was getting back to the point that I was making, that's the great thing about this hip hop culture, is that we can really be able to cross promote and connect and touch so many gamuts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. But both of you guys are from, not from New York, LA. So you guys both came up in different kind of, different areas where hip hop made its way to. Ant has been on the show before and told us a story about the early days of Detroit. Ed, what was it like up in Boston?
Boston, we close to New York. We only like a 3.5 hour drive. So you could literally go to New York and party and come back home. You know what I'm saying? We've done that. And so it's not that far. And, a lot of people out here, it's so close that we got a lot of, that early hip hop here through tapes. My cousin, people taping the show, bringing Red Alert shows, all those shows back in the days. So we had a lot of it. But as far as our own stuff, it was guys like Benzino, who y'all know, the almighty RSO.
That's right.
You know, they was one of the staples. My group was called Fresh to Impress, FTI. We was one of the staples. I was a young 15-year-old beatboxer, you know what I'm saying, way back then. Body Rock. So Boston, and you had Guru, you know, so you had a lot of people. The early 80s was more RSO, FTI, Body Rock, the Slaughter crews, a lot of crews back then. And then you kind of got a little bit more towards the late 80s, and that's when Guru kind of came out. He was around early, but he wasn't, you know, in the mix.
He
But
wasn't
around
active.
88,
Yeah. Okay.
89, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's when he started really making his mark in the city, and they got the deal on Wild Pitch. And I was fucking with him since like 85. So since I was back then, you know, his DJ lived in my neighborhood, so we all used to be there freestyling and, you know, spitting our songs and all of that, man. And he actually produced my first demo.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
I wish I could find it, man. I had a song
Wow.
When the Posse's in Effect. I can still remember that title, bro.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, yeah, man. So, you know, it was a good time here. It was, you know, we made our own way. You know, New York invented it, but, you know, every area put their own spin on it.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
absolutely.
Go ahead, Flatline Ultra Mag. I'm a not.
Oh no, I was gonna say, yeah, definitely, because I live in Jersey, so I got Philly radio, so I heard stuff like TDS Mob, you know,
Okay,
like
TDS,
that.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
My bad, I didn't shout them out, but of course, those my bros right there. They was actually the first guys I ever seen on BET on Rap City. TDS Mob. They had a video called "I Don't Know What This World Is Coming To,"
right,
and
right.
that song, and that was the first joint I ever seen. That was super fire, and it gave me
Yeah,
so much inspiration.
yeah.
That's
My joint
that's
was dope for the folks. That was
Oh,
my
of
joint.
course, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
fire.
yeah. Dope for the folks.
we didn't have the luxury of having any of that stuff in Detroit. We did not
Look,
have
y'all
that
had MC
luxury.
Breed, bro. It
Nah,
wasn't
nah,
Detroit,
man.
but he was
It was,
repping Michigan, and he
but
was
that was
fire.
but that was '90s. We talk if we go back to the early '80s. You know, we weren't the thing where we were so far behind is we weren't playing rap music on the radio. So if you didn't know nobody coming from New York, or if you didn't go to the record store and that right record store that had it for you, well, we just weren't getting it in Detroit, so we were behind
Yeah.
definitely because our music, our style of music was more techno,
Yeah.
even with the hip hop, and you know, even you can hear even those attributes, the live instrumentation, the techno computer sounds, even in the new rap that's out here today. So
Oh,
yeah,
hello,
we didn't
Jennifer.
have that luxury. Mhm.
Hey, hey, Ant, when did Champtown come out?
What was
Champtown,
Champtown?
uh, Champtown was out there with Kid Rock in the early '80s. So he was a guy, and when I don't want to say early '80s because I'd be wrong. I was doing Champtown was like '88, '89 when Kid Rock first came out. So he was Kid
Okay.
Rock's man, and they did all of their stuff together. And then you know Champ was
So
able to
Kid Rock
develop.
was your first dude in the 80s?
No, it would have
No,
been
no. Kid Rock he had the biggest deal in the '80s. He got his deal off of me, off of my blood, sweat, and work. But no, Kid Rock got a deal like in about '88 with Boogie Down Productions,
yeah.
and from there, Kid Rock got out, and but he wasn't the biggest guy in Detroit because really a lot of people didn't know about Kid Rock too much. So we had guys like Awesome
I was
Dre.
gonna say Awesome Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Awesome Dre, and but like I said, Awesome Dre was, until they signed that deal with Priority, he was the local big guy. You know what I'm saying? That I could say, okay, yeah, he's that guy. It relates to just the early '80s when we really had somebody who was sticking out. We had other guys like Prince Vince, and then we had the electrifying Mojo on FM 98 WJLB. But again, we were playing whatever the mainstream rap was. So, Kid Rock did his thing. And then like, who was that after Kid Rock? Um, yeah, I'm gonna say right after Kid Rock, it was Awesome Dre, and then you had Breed come after that. Ain't no future in your front.
Yeah,
And then
well,
he was.
Breed for me, Breed. That was it.
Yeah.
Hands down, salute to that
you,
dude, man.
you liked Breed, huh?
Man, he was fire, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
He was
Breed.
popping everywhere, bro. And because my stuff was popping, out like right after his stuff, and everywhere we went, his joint was banging all over the country,
What year?
everywhere.
What year was that, Edo?
Me 91, so I think Breed
That's what
probably
yeah.
came like 90.
Yeah, he came around that same
Maybe
time,
it
about
was
90.
around like 90. His joint came out because it was already out before ours.
You
There
got
we
it.
go. There we go.
When were you on Mercury?
90. We signed in 90. The album came out in 91.
You did 2 records with them, right? Because you did one
Yeah.
in the 93, the Rock Spin.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So they would have been there with Yag Fu.
They were.
Yeah, I was there with Yak Fu. Those are my guys.
Damage was just talking about it today.
Yeah, those are my guys. Those are my guys.
You
Love
actually did something with them, didn't you?
I don't know. I don't think we ever did anything. Like, we weren't into.
I think you personally, he said.
I might have, maybe. Like that's the 90s. I'm like smoking and drinking right now, so I can't remember. But those are my guys. But one strange thing is we never really like worked with each other. We were label mates and all of that, but guys never really worked together. It was more competitive.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like we like each other, but we ain't working together. We trying to kill y'all trying to kill us. You know what I mean? Like, we only work with our crews. Like, that's the only people we work with, our posse at the time. You know what I mean? Like,
but that was the same thing. That was the same thing when we bumped into Cool Keith at the Schoolie D thing. Cool Keith turned around and saw Damage from 10, 15 feet away and said, "Where in the hell have you been?" Knew exactly who he was.
No doubt. No doubt. Of course. Yeah, those guys were dope. Super dope.
They still are.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. I listen. I was around there, so I know they wouldn't have ever got signed if they wasn't fire. Trust me. Those guys were fire.
It's dope to hear these stories about New York and the early years of hip hop, because
they was from NC though. They from North Carolina, so they was like early NC to put them on the map. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They wasn't from New York, so they was like me. That's why we relate. That's like me and you, and no offense to New York. I love New York, but you know what I'm saying? New York and Boston already got a hate for each other, so it's not that easy for us to relate. He can tell you. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, so when it's outside of New York, it's like we have more in common.
Right.
Because it's New York, LA, and the rest of us.
And they were the first ones. They were the first ones from North Carolina.
Exactly. They put it
were
on the map.
first.
They put it on the map.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm from Jersey. They don't even like Jersey.
Okay,
so.
yeah. So you with us? And I said,
Right.
because you said, listen, my bad. You with us? I'm like
Yeah.
Jersey all day. I'm a half Hackensack, bro. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Listen,
yo, my buddy.
all
As a
day.
matter of fact, our
I was gonna say,
sponsor,
yeah. I was gonna
our
say.
sponsor is
Right,
Hackensack Brewing.
look. Okay, here we go.
Hackensack
It's right up
Brewing.
here. Okay, here we go. That's your
Hey, it's
sponsor.
awesome too. Awesome too, man. That's your boys.
Yeah,
There you go.
I got the
Yeah.
other one. I'm gonna show you the other one. You know what I'm
Auga.
saying? I got the auga. I got the auga sitting up here too. You know what I'm saying? Look,
Yeah,
come on, man. I'm Jersey. I'm Jersey more than
Yo.
New York for sure. I'm all day,
So
all day.
so actually, I was going to ask you that, Ed. So how'd you meet up with the Awesome Two? How did y'all link up?
We linked up through family. My grandmother married their uncle
Ah,
Wow.
and
boy.
had my aunt.
Wow.
And
wow.
then my grandmother used to always tell me, "Oh, you got some cousins that's on the radio in New York." I was like, "Oh yeah," because she knew I was into music. And once I found that out, I was on their ass.
Yeah.
My aunt went there, who was, their family and my family. We have related family. There we go. Yep, I see it. And 89, I went out there, and that's when they ended up getting me the deal. I went out there 89. I went out there, and they took me all around Latin Quarters. Was still open, the Roxy. Man,
Wow.
everything. It was just insane for me as a guy who had posters of cats I was seeing in the Latin Quarters still on my wall. I was out of my mind, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I knew, and they was like, yo, because I had sent them the demo in 89 and they liked it. It was like, we're going to shop this, get you a deal. And I went out there and with my aunt, and man, after that, we got the deal. That was it. So all the people who gonna watch this, if you got any family, if your grandmother or anybody tell you got family who's into what you trying to do, get at them and don't stop until they put you on. Because look, when she told me that in like 86, I was sending them dudes demos from like 86 to 89, bro. So
Wow.
it didn't start at 89. You know what I'm saying? I was on them from the beginning, yo.
That's great.
Wow.
That's dope. That's dope, man. That's totally
Real, man. Yeah, you gotta.
inspirational, man.
Yeah,
All
if you really want it, you know what I'm saying, stay on your cousin's ass, even if they ain't blood. They blood through blood, man. So whatever.
well, you seem like yours was a little easier route than me because I had to go through the back doors, through the alley, wait outside on the, call grandmas, call mamas,
Oh,
get home personal phone numbers and everything, man, to get in touch with said G to get my situation. But like you said, once you had to do what you had to do, we had to do what we had
yeah,
to do.
but you did exactly what you had to do. You was
That's right.
persistent. That's why you got it. You didn't stop.
Yeah, man. And it's something good to look back on because it says you can see with your kids got that hustle in you. And I think watching my kids grow, I'll be like, yo, all of them got that same tenacity and self-motivation to, I'm about to go out and get it some way. So, it's different when coming up into Detroit hip hop and like I've stated before, it's just like we didn't have no avenue. The thing about it, even though you were Boston, you were an outsider, you were still getting all of the New York energy. You were still up on game, what was cool, what was culture, what was going on at every step and every turn in hip hop. But you kind of think about other places, like other cities. We weren't getting New York was, they was keeping that shit for yourself. And even for you to get a mixtape, to be honest, man, I didn't know what a mixtape was until my album came out in 1993 on Next Plateau. I didn't know. I never knew what a mixtape was, man. I heard of them, but I was like, what is a mixtape? And then they were like, Eddie Olakon was like, yeah, that's how we're gonna promote your album through the mixtape circuit. And then I kind of started getting an understanding. Okay, mixtape, you put all these different artists on. So yeah, man, it is what it is. But you got to
Yeah, I mean,
utilize. You got to
it
use
all
what you got.
takes time. I mean, it didn't come to New York, from New York to Boston instantly. People
That's
was
right.
bringing it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But we just East Coast, so the East Coast is gonna be the East Coast, just like the Midwest is gonna be the
Right.
Midwest. Something
Right.
pop off in the Midwest, all y'all gonna have it.
That's right.
You
The
know what
luck of
I
the draw.
mean?
Yeah,
So
it's the
it's
luck of
just
the draw.
it's about the location.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ed, I wanted to ask about after you did the Roxbury album, and then you had some singles come out. Did you do the acting project around that time, and it came out
Yeah.
later?
The acting project came out in '96, so we was recording that in '95.
Okay.
And that came out, in '96. And we put that out independently. And, that kind of gave us the, I would say, the drive to know that we could still put out music and not have to be signed to a major label. You know what I mean? So that really inspired us enough to, my man who produced I Gotta Have It, he has a company called Traffic Records. I don't if you into music, you know Traffic Records. He owns that. It's a distribution company and a label. So he went on to do that. And it's just like we just all progressed into what we ended up doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, that's my kitty, y'all. Y'all see the tail. I got a little kitty.
I know what that was. I know what that was squirming
That's the
around
kitty,
there, man.
man. Hey,
Okay.
kitty, say what up.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, she gonna try to scratch you.
And Ant, you were doing, after the Next Plateau, you were doing independent stuff.
Yeah.
For years.
I did a deal, a little small deal with Realty Records, which was distributed by Relativity, and they had an artist, and then they lost their deal, and from there I kind of just continued to do radio, produce and the studio work and the independent work. So I always had somebody that I was doing tracks for, or I had a network of artists that not just locally, but just kind of working with Ghost or Rizzle or just whoever I was linked in with that time, Kenny Flavor out of Detroit, just various cats, just to stay in the mix musically. Just thankful for these times that we have now where we can kind of control our own music and our own destiny, and you can really account for what you're doing, not in the as it relates to the money that we get in the streams, but at least we can control some sort of monetary that we was never able to control in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the dopest thing about now. Different. It was hard back then though. You know what I'm saying? So do I in a comparison, what would I prefer? Either the deal or to control myself now? I wish I would have had this opportunity as a young rapper. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have had this opportunity as a young rapper to really control my thing. We have so many responsibilities and things that we have to do now as older artists. Rather you making $1 million or you on the chitlin circuit, there's still responsibilities and stuff that we account for. But I think that my lack of promotions that I received from Next Plateau with the Idol to Blood Sport project, maybe I could have made up for if I was on social media, if you kind of get me.
Right.
Wow. How since you guys have been touring a lot lately, how's the touring been working for you guys? Because you're talking about being in the UK and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
where else have you guys been playing?
France, Paris, that's one of Ed's hubs. You know what I'm saying? So we've got some things that's popping back there. In February to March, I think we've got like 3 shows lined up. So we're trying to do something in UK, France, and Germany. So got a few things in a few fires, a few pieces of meat in the fire, or however the hell you want to say that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. I mean, the touring
I
is
fucked that one up for sure.
now the touring is always good, man. And for me, it's based on new projects. I don't like to just try to do shows to do shows just because. I want something that I'm coming with for you to swallow up, and you know what I'm saying,
Something
digest
tangible.
this.
Yeah.
This, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm looking at me and Anna doing some stuff, definitely. And I'm looking at doing some stuff in the spring, late spring, and into the summer for the new record. So booking that now, you know what I'm saying. But the touring for it's good, man. For and especially this year. Excuse me, y'all. Just get out of here, man. Sorry, freaking kitty. um, this year with the 50th years of hip hop, it's been amazing. You've had, cities, states, politicians, everybody has been on board this year with the 50 years, like everybody. So for me, I didn't even go overseas this year for any, music. I've been doing everything in the States, and it's usually, kind of like maybe 60-40 with overseas and in the States. But this year has been all in the States. It's been lovely. Wow. I think, every classic artist that never got their props this year.
Yeah.
Like it reinvigorated the whole US scene. Like America now has that European energy for hip hop.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I also think it's because the one of the main complaints people have been pitching on social media is that the new music has gotten stale and stagnant, and so I think people that are hip hop fans are reaching back to the OGs, going back to older artists that are, especially ones that are doing new music, because those classic tours were the ones that were the big sellers this year.
You see it. I mean, it's proof. Like, you look all around the country, man, hip hop is going crazy. And classic hip hop.
Yeah.
Old school hip hop, classic hip hop, underground hip hop, weirdo hip hop. Whatever. Like, the time that we've reached this 50-year mark, it has, elevated everybody and put the light on everyone and everything we do.
That's right.
So to me, this has been the greatest year in hip hop, and I've had many more greater years in hip hop. But for everybody and everything that this year has accomplished, it's been the dopest shit. And I've done some of the dopest shows this year too, in the States.
That's great.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I agree with you because we did one show overseas this past year. We did UK and we did Paris, and I have to say everything else was done in the States, and I did more work in the States this year than I've ever done in the States.
Exactly.
In the past.
Exactly.
So
word up.
And I know Edo's stage touring, especially these projects. I'm a similar type of guy. Everything has to be tangible. So you kind of want to be able to take a project. So he's the king of that touring and definitely logging them records and stuff. Put him in. I mean, it's amazing. So man, we got a lot of good positive things coming up in the future. So you guys got to stay tapped in. I got a project with Edo. I think he's done about how many beats did you do for me? Like 5 of them.
Yeah, I think so, man. I've
Yeah.
been going crazy. Yeah, it's so easy now. I'm making them on my phone, man. So it's like, Jesus. I mean, come on, like. Like it's out of control. Technology, I love it because it's a plus, man. It's a super duper plus if you use it for good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of crazy, because Madlib said he was making for the past 10 years. He only makes music on his iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you doing it exclusively on your phone, or do you still have other stuff?
Yeah. Just exclusively on my phone and then getting it mixed. That's it, man. Like it's so crazy, bro. Like man, if I had to go search and buy records and go to record stores and dig, like back in the days, what we used to do, I couldn't do it. That's why I stopped making beats. I used to make beats. I produced Scientific, R.I.P. my man.
Yeah.
I produced, the single Lawtown for him back then. Yeah, you see, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to RZA, as long as you know, as long as you know, my man Scientific, I produced his first single and another joint and executive produced that. And, produced a couple of joints for the Bulldogs and different people back then. But it was just, you had to have equipment, you had to have a bunch of equipment, not just the beat, the machine. You had to have a turntable. You had to, have a speaker. It was just a lot, bro. So now the simplicity is super dope. And like I said, I produced 6 songs on my new album, and I got a bunch of new projects coming out that I produced. I'm just excited, man. 50 years is reinvigorating, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's great.
It's amazing how hip hop can keep the kid in you for so long. You know what I'm saying? Keep that burning desire to constantly. I mean, if you're in the hip hop culture, you have that kid energy, man, and that just imagine that just taking you and propelling you and inspiring you to even push harder in the things you do, not just in the hip hop frame of thought, but just in the life frame of thought.
I mean, like KRS said, it's a lifestyle, man. It's not something we do, it's something we live.
We live, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's every day.
Right. It's amazing how, if you think about our parents, our uncles, right? They didn't have the hip hop energy, right? They had the more or less.
They got old.
They got old. They had the old man music.
Bro.
They got old, man.
It's young, energetic music, bro.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah.
I don't know how old everybody is on here, but I'm assuming we all old.
Yeah.
And we all got the energy. We all look good, man. It's like, it just, 50, I mean, when you thought of 50, when I was young, 50 was old.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Like now, 50 is nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man, because shit, you can still do all the new dances and you got to keep up with everybody.
Yo, it's insane, bro. It's insane, man. So,
I got to get out there. Like, I haven't played basketball in a few days. I'm like, shit, in my backyard. I'm like, oh, shit, my energy's down. What's going on? Father time, kick it in, get your ass out there on the court.
I was going to say, that's not like you. Geez,
yeah.
A couple days.
Oh, man.
Throw up some jumpers, son.
Yeah,
man. I had my dog tearing up the wooden fence today, so it gave me a reason to go in the backyard and put my net up there and go shoot a couple jump shots. I only got about 5 minutes in, but it was a good 5 minutes, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? So, is it cold out there in Boston? Then?
Yeah, of course. It's not freezing. because
Okay.
global warming is really affecting. Like you could really feel it. I know we get hit, you know what I'm saying, and hammered,
Yeah.
but it's it's mild, man. But it's a little
Yeah.
cold, but not nothing where you like, crazy.
Yeah.
Doc, I did want to tell everybody, with this project, Noah's Ark, I got like a video for every song. So I got like 10
Wow.
song 10 songs on there. And like I said, the videos have been recorded over the past 2 years, so it's just like uh, I came equipped, you know what I'm saying, to just really give everybody the full spectrum of me. We don't move with the big super budgets no more, but we have to make the best of with what we have, and so being able to utilize our name, our energy, and our efforts, and our consistency, hopefully brings more people in to check out the boom bap, because like we said earlier in the program, this rap is getting stale. And listen, I like all rap. I don't crap on no rap. My times, the new times. I just got my own lane, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got my own lane in boom bap, and I just I try to people who in my lane in music, but so I don't shun any other rap. But if you everybody's coming back to that boom bap, and you got to be able to, it's just doing boom bap is one thing. Shit, Schoolie D was boom bap, but you got to be able to update it in every generation, and and every decade. You got to be able to update what you're doing with that sound. You got the new guys out here like Flea Lord, and
Yeah.
I can't.
Yep.
That's
What do
my
you say?
schoolie tape. You brought
Oh
up
yeah.
Schoolie D. That's my
Oh
schoolie
yeah,
tape.
I see that yellow that
Yep.
yellow man.
Yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But it's some guys out here who doing the rap that we do. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
that
Flea Lord. You
yeah.
you got the whole
Conway,
Griselda,
yeah.
all of those
Rock,
guys. They kind of brought it back.
Rock, yeah, yeah.
Marciano, I mean, he
Oh.
been doing it. You got look, it never went anywhere. And
Yeah.
then you got younger guys that done took it to another level. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm
Tyler,
saying? That
Tyler
done
the
added
Creator,
on,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, to two cats. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's there, bro, and it's just inclining, man. As long as
Yeah.
dudes keep putting out really good music, it's only gonna increase. Can't put out
That's
the
it.
bullshit.
Right.
No. You got to keep it. You got to keep it 100 with it. Hey Ed, so what is your next single? You got another? What's your next single coming out?
The next single is Greg Nice. It's the Greg Nice dance. I got a
Uh,
video for it with
I
Greg
seen the
Nice. Y'all know the
preview.
Greg Nice dance.
Great.
Yeah, so I'm dropping that like this week. Dude is editing right now as we speak. I had this there. You got to make some changes, but you know what I'm saying. It's looking real good, man. So Greg Nice in there, man, doing the joint, and it's something that I wanted to do, and I wanted to, I've been around Greg and them because the Awesome Two used to work with them,
Of
and
course.
Ted
Yeah.
DJ
Yeah.
for them. So, like 89, I was at all A shows, rocking with them. So I knew them for a long time, man. Those are my bros. And, me and Greg, that song is old too. I'm gonna just tell
Okay.
y'all that. That's one of the old songs, and it's fire. And when you see
Okay.
it, like you're not gonna know. But that song is old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be the next joint. And then Hope, another song called Master. And I produced those two. This joint that the Greg Nice joint I didn't produce. Right now the video I got is called Gilly Shit. It's up on YouTube. Y'all check that out. I
Yep.
produced that joint. It's just it's not even about Gilly, but I love Gilly. I
Okay.
just love, him and what he represents as a man, you know what I'm saying, in hip hop. And so I did a song, and I kind of took little parts of him talking in the hook,
Ah.
you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
talking his
Okay.
shit, you
Okay.
know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I just called it Gilly Shit. And that video's up right now. That's the first single off the joint.
Dope.
And
Dope.
you mentioned Hope. Whose idea was it for the sax solo that is like 2 minutes of the song?
Oh man, that's my man, Seventh Son,
Yeah.
young guy out of
Yeah.
Ohio, but he went to school up here in Berkeley. I met him at a show we did together. Found out he kind of lived like down the street from me, and we linked up, and we actually did, we started working together. We did a whole project. It's called Boom Jazz. I produced half of it, and my girl produced the other half. Some Ashford and Sim.
Oh, no.
Sorry, my cat. I gotta
Yes.
this little shit, man. Get out of here. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's all right.
I'm sorry. And so we did a whole project called Boom Jazz. We're gonna do like 5 volumes. This is gonna be volume 1.
Wow.
And so I put him on that joint because he had to be on the album. And shout out to the guy Khalid who's singing. That's another guy, went to Berkeley. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Boston for music and smarts, man. We got the 2 best colleges. I'm just gonna toot our own horns, man. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people run through there, and I'm actually being honored with Roxanne Shante the 28th of this month at Berkeley College of Music. They're doing their first hip hop honorees.
Wow.
So it's gonna be me and Roxanne Shante. There.
Congratulations.
So thank y'all. Yeah,
Nice,
I'm super
Congrats,
excited
brother.
about that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, super dope, man. To go and experience that.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Wow.
Hey, also, real quick, I want to say shout out again, Al J from Black Medine's in the house, and Ed,
Of course.
you were on.
Listen, those are my bros, man. Those are my bros. And that new album with Al J and B Muggs is fire. So y'all look out for that because I already heard it. You know what I'm saying? It's fire.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So yeah. On their most recent Spit Slam record, I got to remix the joint you were on. So that was
dope.
That was
dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yep.
Super dope.
Yeah. That's great, man. It's great that you guys are still being so creative that you've got all these projects in the pipeline. It's not resting on your laurels, so to speak.
Nah, definitely not.
I mean, Ant, you already had the dual cassette project earlier in the year with us, and then you got this album coming, and you already, asked me about the next project for January. So,
Yeah, man. No, I want you guys to check out my next single. It's Kane with Razzcast. So I think it's I've been able to perform that song at on tour and everything. So it's gonna be my next one. I had to come with a heavy hitter. Ed's first the video with Ed really got me to where, I was like, okay, I think I'm back. So now hopefully with Razzcast, I want to take it over to the next level for me. So I'm moving with a few legends and trying to do some legendary things. I think my next single after that will be Autumn. And all of the dope thing about all of these videos were filmed in England. Pretty much the majority of them were filmed in England and Paris. So and they were produced by my man David Payne out there in UK. So we got a good network. We got a good channel. I think one of the most amazing things is Ed's girl does beats, and she's next level with it. So. I mean, we got some good things coming up, so everybody got to just kind of stay tuned and look forward to what we trying to drop. You gotta check in, man. This boom bap is real with this Antlive and Edo G thing going on.
No doubt.
Yeah, fantastic. So Ed, the new album is out today, you said, and is the vinyl and the cassettes shipping as well?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Redline distribution.
Do you have Bandcamp or anything else?
Nah, I have a Bandcamp set up, but I haven't really and I know I need to get on that. Okay. People have been telling me for a long time. So I'm gonna get on that this week.
Oh, okay.
This week.
Put them on blast.
Word up. Nah, I'm gonna get on that. But yeah, so nah, just right now, just vinyl and the cassettes. We might have CDs. depending on orders. So,
Okay.
we're seeing how it goes. I mean, they can move at you when you're on tour, but it's harder to move them from the office.
Right.
There are still fans, yeah.
Nah, there are a lot of
Yeah.
people ask me like, man, you don't have no CDs. I'm like, it's only about 7 of y'all that's asking me, so I can't say a lot. It's like maybe 7. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm with it, bro. I understand, but you gotta be more than 7. You gotta be like a couple 100 at least.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Doc.
No, go ahead.
I have a super obscure question to ask Ed because he's from Boston. Ed, I've always wanted to know what was the difference between Gangstar and the Gangstar Posse. It was 2 different groups, right?
So
Thank
yes. So Gangstar, the original Gangstar, like I said, the original DJ lived in my neighborhood. His name was One to Be Down DJ Mikey D.
Right.
Okay. And those, when they initially got their deal with Wild Pitch, he was the DJ. They moved to New York. He moved back to Boston. Guru linked up with Preem because Preem's MC was on Wild Pitch, who's my man's cousin, went to the freaking Navy, like the Armed Forces. I don't know which branch. All right.
Right.
And long story short, Guru and him linked up, and they was both signed to Wild Pitch as groups. Gangstar, and I forgot what Primo's group was called. I don't know the name of them. But long story short, so the guy back here in Boston was like, nah, I'm still Gangstar. But he couldn't use the name because Wild Pitch owned Gangstar. So they got another deal and called themselves Gangstar Posse.
Ah. Okay.
And it's a diss record to Guru. It's called It's How You Cope by Gangstar Posse. I'm sure, I don't know how many of y'all heard that one.
Nah.
You have to go dig for that.
Yeah.
So that's the title. You can look it up. It's on YouTube. It's How You Cope, Gangstar Posse. And that's a Guru diss. And like y'all, and two, what's the song? Man, Guru, shit. I'm having a fucking brain freeze. But Guru was dissing them. Don't be mad because I don't come around the way like I used to. I don't have time these days.
No.
Take it personal. Take it personal.
Take it personal.
Wow.
So that's a diss to them. Like it's all little Boston, only Boston niggas who know what's in the circle know what these dudes is talking about, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was all that back and forth. So that's how the Gangstar Posse, whole thing, movement started. It didn't last that long.
Okay.
But,
thank you for clearing that up.
Those are still my bros. All those dudes are still my bros too, yo.
Is Damo D-Ski still around?
Damo's still around. He was original Gangstar.
Right.
And he was there with Preem. He stayed. The DJ went back. He was there.
Right.
And he stayed for a little while, and then he ended up coming back to the Bean. But yeah, Damo's still around. He got a documentary coming out called Adidas Park, or Blood on My Shoes. It's called Blood on My Shoes. They dropping it probably like next year. It's about his neighborhood and everything that was going on there. Yeah.
Dope.
Word.
I was just curious, have you guys had is there still a lot of interest in, we talk about physical products, CDs and vinyl and stuff, of your back catalog?
Of course, always. Always. I mean, if you got that on vinyl or CD or cassette, and you at a show, people gonna gobble those up like I mean, like hotcakes, man. So yeah.
Did you ever get your early Bulldogs albums back? Ed?
Not yet. I still got a couple more years, but I'm working on that as we speak with Universal.
Gotcha.
Wow.
And yeah, Ant, what was your situation with the MF911 stuff?
We were able to get it back. I was able to get it back
Okay.
from Next Plateau. I think it was at Roadrunner.
Oh, okay,
And
gotcha.
it was that Roadrunner, and I was able to get it back. So yeah, I've got all of that stuff, man. Maintain and manage it and everything. The MF911 does very well throughout the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as just from product and CDs, cassettes, I sell a lot of CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell a lot of CDs with the MF911, but that moves more. To be honest, that moves more than my newer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a market for that, and the craziest thing is I don't ever perform the MF911 music,
Oh,
and
really?
I never perform any of the MF911 songs. I've never just got on there and just done any of the old stuff because I never did when the album was out. I think we didn't do too many shows. You know what I'm saying? So it was not like, by the time our album came out, hip hop had transitioned and it changed. So we was in the studio creating new music
Right.
versus being stuck in the 1993 sound or whatnot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
Ed, I was curious about how your writing process goes these days. Only because I listened to the new album like a handful of times, and I'm just like, how is he still so sharp? Like, there's a line that I wrote down. You said, "Don't let the negativity hold you. Turn the no-go into a go-to." And I was just like, what?
Listen, man.
Bro, like that's like every track you just like, I don't know, the re-listen factor is like so high to catch everything that you're saying.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I try, man. I'm just like, I'm thinking, I think I've definitely got better with time. I said key to that was the album with Master Ace. Shout out to my bro, MA. He taught me a lot. Yeah, exactly. Like he taught me a lot. I was already dope, but he taught me how to be doper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ace.
So I give that credit to him as far as that goes. He just gave me the formula, man. And since then, I mean, for me, like I said, I've always been dope, but after the A shit, I had the formula. So since then, you can listen to all my albums. You're gonna hear a lot of shit. Go back, listen. You'll hear a lot of stuff. I've been spitting a lot of stuff. So I always want to come with some shit for someone just like you to say, "Yo, man, what the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? That was a dope line. That's what you write it for, and that's what you hope that the people listening to it understand the meaning of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, man, I try to stay sharp on my spit game, man. I can't be boom bap and be whack.
Right. Yeah.
Any plans on another one of those A&E records?
There's nothing in the works or anything like that, but you never know, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know what could happen, man. But there's nothing in the works. Pete Rock too, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You never know.
Yeah, I guess I got to bring that out then.
Oh yeah, bro.
Listen, you guys got too much. Y'all got to get this. This is what y'all. This.
Oh yeah, I got my order in.
Okay, you got to get this, man.
Yeah.
This right here, you're gonna enjoy this. This is a very good record, man.
It is, man. It really is. Start to finish.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I put a lot of work into it. It took a few years to really, cultivated and crafted. And then, when I started making beats recently, like a year ago, I was like, oh, I'm doing everything over. That's it.
Oh, wow.
That's it. I'm going to keep a couple of these songs and the rest all new. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And Hope was like this year that I did that, that was the last song I did. I made the beat one night and I was like, man, this beat is so crazy. Yeah. I wrote the rhymes and I was like, this is the song I need to get my man on, because I was going to put him on something else that was already done. But I did that and added that. So that was the last song.
Wow. Yeah. Hope is a real standout on the album.
Yeah. That's like my favorite song. That's my favorite song on the album, to be honest with you. Like I could listen to it if it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care who was on it. I'd still be like, yo, I like that joint. That. Right. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a really good record. I'm going to shoot a crazy video to it. Really emotional and, try to do my thing.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. Well, Ed, you got the album out today. Anything else coming up that you want to tell everybody about?
Shoot, man. If anybody's in the NYC, you in the Tri-State area, I got a show this Sunday with Kool Keith at Sony Hall, Craig G, Edo G, Kool Keith, and Head Crack. Come out, real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? If you're in that area. Other than that, download the album. You can stream it all day, but please, all the folks listening and watching and tuning in, download the album or buy the hard copies. Yep. Stream it as much as you want, but give a brother a download. That's what we need here. Downloads.
Damn straight. Fantastic.
Yep. Well, and salute to y'all, man.
Hey, thank you for joining us tonight. It'd be great to talk to you.
I appreciate it.
Looking forward to it. I hope Ant's okay. I'm guessing he got a call or something. So
yeah. Shout out to Mr. Live.
Yep. Mr.
Yes,
Live.
sir.
All right, everybody. Edo G.
Right on.
Salute y'all.
Yeah. Thank you,
Salute,
sir.
brother.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Peace.
All right.
Yeah.
Also joining us tonight, one of our co-hosts. She got her start in classic rap radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer O'Jenny.
This is so weird.
The commissioner.
Ta-da! You can never stay away, can you?
I'm not in the best of moods, but I'm here.
We always love to have you, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Always love to have you. It's not quite the same without you.
Oh,
never is.
Oh.
Never is.
That was good stuff. Great to talk to. Finally talk to Edo. Shout out to Ant.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say shout out to Antlive for setting it up and
wherever it went.
Yeah, wherever Ant went. So what were we gonna say?
I was just gonna say that Edo is like, I kind of forget that he's one of my favorite artists. Like, you don't listen to him for a while, and then you put on like a new album or you hear him on a single or whatever, and it's just like, God damn, like, dude is just so sharp.
Yeah.
But and the thing about Ed that I love is he never went anywhere. Like you hear people and they wonder where their favorite artist went or whatever, but he's persevered through all those times. He's always dropped a project. You always heard Edo G, and he's with Pete Rock. He did the thing with Ace, and he always has a project out. So I love that about him.
Yep. And not to mention just two of the most iconic singles of the 90s.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I got to have it and be a father to your child. Come on.
Every Father's Day, somebody's playing that. Father to your child.
Yeah.
Like seriously, those two songs alone have cemented him in hip hop history. But he continues to do so much good work. Yeah. So that's fantastic.
And he got the answer. He answered my Gangstar questions. I was like, yes.
Now we know.
It's like I had to get that answer.
No, I'm glad you asked that. That was good.
Yeah.
Great clarification. So, yep. Flatline.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Gods Radio.
Yeah. There's a new show. Yeah. Caught me off guard. A lot of new music this week.
You all right?
Some highlights might include K-Rec featuring Curious, The Alchemist featuring Action Bronson, Team Demo featuring Edo G, Method Man, and Wise P, Aesop Rock, new E40 single. What? New E40? Like, I love E42 because he's a guy that just all of a sudden it's just boom, I'm going to release an album or I'm going to release a single. There's never any like lead up. And then, yeah, it's like, here you go. A new Cujo goodie, some other stuff. It's a good show. Edition 632.
Wow.
Woo!
Fantastic.
The buddy Cujo goodie.
Yep. Cujo goodie. And shout out to Traffic Entertainment because they're dope. And they put up these.
Yeah.
And they are like some of the best reissues ever.
Yep. I do have those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have those.
I have the cassette.
Damn straight you do.
I have Mecca and the Soul Brother on cassette. I do not have the main ingredient on cassette.
Hey, Mecca and the Soul Brother is a dope cassette to have because it has extra tracks on it.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
But
yes, it does.
The main ingredient is a far superior album to Mecca and the Soul Brother, and I'll say that.
Really?
Yep.
Whoa!
Yep. You know who else? You know who else will agree with me?
I know.
That Rhyme Animal guy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to say Dante Ross.
No.
I heard him say that on the podcast. He said that it's a better album.
It is.
They both hold places in my heart. I love I've Gotta Love. That's my jam.
Yeah.
Sing
that.
Please don't sing it.
That is
I got the love.
Yeah.
Actually, it said I got to know. It's not even saying I got the love, right? It's like I got to know. It's like if you listen to it, it's almost like that Dilla type thing. I don't think it's saying I gotta love. Yeah.
Nothing's quite like "Find a Way" by Tribe Called Quest, but you know.
Yeah.
With the chorus.
Yeah.
Not saying what you think it's saying, right?
Yeah.
Why do I sense a end of the year karaoke coming on?
Anything's possible. We haven't figured out the last episode of the year yet, so you never know. Never know.
Oh,
Battle in 16 bars. We should rhyme.
Right. Man, that's tough because I don't know. Main ingredient is dope, but Mecca's got Troy.
I know. I mean, Mecca's got a lot of great tracks. I just think
Mecca's got Skins with Grand Poobah.
Mecca's got Straighten It Out. Mecca's got
Straighten Out remix.
Bro.
I don't know.
Mecca's got Grap just freestyling off the head.
Yeah,
just
right.
Grap is killing it.
For Pete's sake.
To my man. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's tough. That's fucking tough. That's
a rough one.
Yeah. That is tough.
Ranked like that.
See, you know what the thing about
he wasn't watching.
The thing about Mecca is, for me anyway, I think the second half of Mecca is better than the first half.
Actually, I got it hanging up on the wall. I got Mecca and the Soul Brother up on the wall. I don't have main ingredient up on the wall. How about that?
You never should have brought this up.
How about that?
No, it's interesting conversation because
It is.
I will say main ingredient, the title track. I love the title track.
Mhm.
And what's the first song in the album?
In the House.
In the House. I love In the House.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all personal preference.
It's your personal opinion. Yeah.
It is. The conversation came up the other day because of the recent, anniversary, 30th anniversary of Midnight Marauders and Enter the 36 Chambers.
Yep.
And so that invariably brings up which is the better album, Midnight Marauders or The Low End Theory.
That one, there's no question. It's Midnight Marauders. There's no question.
Yeah, but it's not.
What?
I don't know.
All right.
It's not. It's not.
Oh,
not
it's,
really.
it so is. It so is.
See, but not for me, because I listened to Low End Theory all the way through. Midnight Marauders, I skipped some songs.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Which do you prefer, the Low End Theory or Midnight Marauders?
That's how you rank that one.
See, here's the thing. Here's the weird thing about it, right? Midnight Marauders has a couple joints on it that are like my favorite Tribe songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like Award Tour is my favorite Tribe song.
Yep.
Hands down.
Yep.
And Electric Relaxation.
Yep.
And God Lives Through. But if I'm putting on the album from beginning to end,
yeah,
it's Low End Theory.
Yeah, me too.
Because I just listened to it all the way through.
Yep, same here.
Let me give you my take. I mean, this is just how I do it.
Yeah.
I feel like the first Tribe album, they're putting the album together, they're taking everything from everywhere.
Yes.
Second album, they pulled it together, and it's like Fife comes out, and it's like, okay, this is great. And then when you get to Midnight, it's like, here's the polish. Because I like clean sounds, and it's that Midnight Marauders is so clean. But people that like low end, that's very dirty, and I get it. It's two different sounds. But Midnight Marauders, I love that clean sound. I love that album.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Interesting takes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Beats, Rhymes, and Life, that's something else. That's a great slum. That's a great Slum Village album.
I don't even know if I'd say that, but
I think it would have been great as a slum album. The beats, it'd been great as a slum album. I can hear JD, Bod 10, and T3 all on that album.
Yeah.
It's
I like Beats, Rhymes, and Life. I think it gets a bad rap.
It grew on me, but you know why? It had to grow on me because it came right after my favorite Tribe album. So I'm like,
sure.
And then I'm like, well, who's this guy Consequence? Where did he come from? So it took me a while to really get into it.
Wow, Hype Style. Jeez. That is a Hype Style with a very controversial opinion.
What did he say?
That is very. Put it up again.
He said music and her message is better than Enter the 36 Chambers, and Low End Theory is better than Midnight Marauders.
Since we're on Channel Zero, I agree. Since we're on Channel Zero, once we're off of here, we'll talk about that. Oh, and I forgot about this one.
Yeah, what about that one?
I saw them. I saw them open up for the Beastie Boys on this tour.
Yeah,
on the Hello Nasty tour.
Yeah.
Great show, album. Not my favorite Tribe album, but his name is Muddy. His name is Muddy Ranks. Find a Way. Yeah, so
That's another one I feel once it gets past the track with Nori, which is the Tribe song I hate the most in life.
It's like one of my favorites.
I hate that song. Loathe that song.
I know that you do. We had a conversation
he
about
hates it the most in life.
Yeah. Oh God. It's like I've tried, man. I've tried to go back and listen to it, and I'm just like, oh God, I just want to,
Yeah.
But once it gets past that, I think that album gets better on the back end.
Right, because his name is Muddy Ray. That's my song. Like, that's
yeah.
I always like a Fife,
I like the instrumental joint on there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for Moms.
I have right now. Yeah.
I thought that was dope. But so real quick, closing this out, Ultra, what'd you think of the last Tribe album?
Oh, I love that album. Oh, I thought that album was so good. Obviously Fife had passed, but it was so good to hear his voice. And then, you also had Jerobi on there rhyming, and then everybody. Oh, I thought that was a great album. I love that album. That album. I need the cassette of that to complete my collection.
Yeah. Man, that's best of luck trying to find it. I think it's tough to find.
Yeah, but that was a great send off. If everything's over, whatever. I really like that album.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, all right, there it is. The Tribe Called Quest ranked by 7.
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest. Yes. So real quick it's C-Doc again is brought to you by. You want to hold up the can one more time?
Oh.
Yes.
Come on, Flat Lizzo.
Hello, somebody.
Yep. Hackensack Brewing Company.
Auga.
Auga.
And also brought to you by the Spit Slam Record Label Group.
Yeah.
The Spit Slam Record Label Group, a Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound.
Yes, indeed. And you can catch Flatline, myself, and Mr. Chuck D, along with some other fantastic DJs, every Friday for the And You Don't Stop radio show on Rap Station. And it's on, you can hear it on the app or check it out on Mixcloud. I have the Spit Slam Jam of the Week where I play music released by the Spit Slam Record Label Group. You can also check out Jennifer Jenny Ultramag 7 and usually DJ Soulbuck every Sunday for the mixtape where they play music from our next week's guest. So they give you a little preview of who we've got coming up next week. And who we got coming up next week? Jennifer?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Want me to take over?
Yeah.
We got Do Me Right from Zimbabwe Legit.
Do Me Right from Zimbabwe Legit. Yes.
Exactly. What I was going to say. What she said.
Yes, who has a new single out now, maxi single out now on Spit Slam, his Spit Slam debut, an album on the way. So we'll be talking to Do Me Right on Tuesday. Looking forward to it. I want to thank my co-host, Ultramax 7 Flatline, Jennifer Jenny, for joining me tonight. And thank everybody watching live, everybody watching on the replay. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. Tell a friend. We'd appreciate it. And we will see everybody next week on another episode of It's C-Doc Again.
What the hell?